Hey everybody, it's Ron from Ron's Basement. Thank you for joining me today. It's Friday. Happy Friday. Let's get a couple house cleaning things out of the way first. You may notice that the air conditioner clicks on during my video. The reason I don't turn that off is because if I don't, my wife may come down here and yell at me. And trust me, you would rather hear the air conditioner running than my wife yell at me. She does not like to be hot, so I just leave it on, and sometimes it kicks on during the videos. So please excuse that if it were to occur. Secondly, if you like my videos, because I like you, and it seems like a lot of people are commenting and enjoying them, please share it or like it, or what's the other thing? If you really, really like me and you want to be a real good friend, you can subscribe. But do whatever the heck you want. I'm just doing this for fun, obviously, here in my basement in St. Louis, Missouri. And let's dive right in. Yeah, this has been a horrible week in the precious metal mining sector for stock prices. Maybe you have a stock that went up this week, but I think it'd be hard to find. And I know that my stocks did not perform well. I'll run through them really quick because people are always asking me what I own. Number one, Equinox Gold in the toilet this week. Number two, Fortuna Silver Mines in the toilet this week. Number three, Brixton Metals below the toilet. It's like somewhere in the waste stack pipe here in the basement. Number four, Fosterville South had a crappy week. They had a good week last week, though. Kinross, toilet. Barrick, toilet. And I think that sums it all up. Yeah, that's all of them. So I pretty much could have just said that here's my list of stocks. They're all in the toilet, except for one that's below the toilet. But I do like Brixton. Brixton is, I don't know, I've got a pretty big position in Brixton. I know there's a lot of criticism, about their drilling and they're up in the, but they have what I think are three good prospects, one really great prospect up in the Golden Triangle. So anyway, enough about that. Some general thoughts from my head. So consider the source, but some general thoughts on the gold market. The price of gold. 2 weeks ago, this coming Sunday, it'll be 2 weeks ago, there was the flash crash. I heard somebody refer to it as today in the gold price. And I was thinking earlier, and this is just my thought, but I thought, why would the market, or they, if you're a conspiracy person, but why would they bring that price down? I mean, it was down like 1680, I believe, a couple Sundays ago, $1,680. And then it kind of fought back last week and fought back a little more this week. Why would it, go down and then spend 2 weeks kind of working its way very slowly in a pretty consistent manner up, only to get crashed back down again? And that'll bring me to point number two. People will say, oh, it's because they're going to taper and the Fed's going to tighten and blah, blah, blah. Well, that's old news, people. That's already baked in the cake, in my opinion. Gold is very forward looking, kind of like me. I'm very forward looking. I never think about the past. I only think about the future. Worry myself sick. Just like gold. Gold is very forward thinking. And a taper, right? A taper, and who knows how much they're going to taper, and if they even are going to taper. But I think you can pretty much say the taper has already been kind of factored into the current price of gold. And I do believe that there's some other factors that are supporting the price of gold. Like, if the taper hadn't been factored in, maybe we'd have $2,000 or $2,400 gold right now, right? We didn't have poop coins, cryptocurrencies. Who knows what gold would be, but that's a whole different story. But I guess what I'm saying is there's other factors, generally, just in a nutshell. This, right? But all this money printing done by all the major central banks in the world, I don't know, I think they're probably like 30% more dollars and euros and yen and yuan and I can't think of any more currencies, but whatever they are, there's 30% more of those too today. And that all that money, right, that's created, like just think about it. If everybody doubled the amount of currency they had on just a very simplistic matter, there'd be double the amount of currencies. They all would kind of keep the same relative exchange rate with each other, but there's still only so much gold. So the price of gold would double. I think I made a video about that subject. You can search through. I think that's an important concept that I hear very few people talk about, right? They say, oh, the weak dollar, the strong dollar. Well, who cares? Because generally people compare the dollar to the euro. If there's 30% more euros and 30% more dollars now as opposed to a year ago or a year and a half ago, and they're continuing to create more, that is, despite what the exchange rate is between those two currencies, that there's not 30% more gold. There's just not. I think there's like 1% more per year is all that's mined. So I'm going down a rabbit hole with you here, but I think this is an important concept to understand. I'll say one more thing about that. Just think that if the European Central Bank and the Federal Reserve on this Sunday announced we're going to quintuple 5 times, is what I'm trying to say. 5 times. Both of them say we're going to 5 times the amount of dollars and we're going to 5 times the amount of euros. Well, on Monday morning, well, I guess the currency markets are open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. But so immediately, the exchange rate, since they both are creating 5 times more, it would remain the same. It still would cost about $1.20 to buy a euro, right? But there would be 5 times more currency. That would be like explosive for gold, right? People can understand it on that level, but when you talk about it like, well, there's 30% more, 5% more, whatever. I went way off on a tangent on you there, but I do think that's an important thing to understand. That and the difference between real interest rates and nominal interest rates, and I'm not even going to go down that one with you. I'll make a different video. The other thing that's good for gold, and I didn't mention this in another video, but this Palantir company, they're like, how do I say this? They're like a company full of mystique and awe and secretive, and they do artificial intelligence type stuff for big governments and top secret. They bought $50 million worth of gold bars. That's like the only time I've ever heard of a company, any company, keeping gold on their balance sheet in their treasury, and it was Palantir. Probably nothing. But it could be something big, and it certainly is not negative. And you've got central banks buying gold and, all kinds of good stuff. All right, I'll end with some humor. I have to say this, and I wish I had written down who said this, but somebody on Twitter said this. Because, these gold mining stocks have been obliterated this week. And look, I've got over 50%, well over 50% of my investable capital in mining stocks. So it's been a horrible week. I'm laughing. I'm trying to remain positive. Hopefully you're getting something from this. But this guy on Twitter said something really funny yesterday. Made me laugh anyway. He said, what happened? Did they discover an asteroid full of gold mining stocks? I thought that was pretty crafty and funny because, people say, oh, well, they're going to mine asteroids. Gold's going to crash because they're going to be able to mine asteroids. And asteroids, who the hell knows if an asteroid has gold in it? How do they know that asteroids have gold? They don't, okay? And are they really going to mine asteroids? So I just thought that was funny that he said, would they find a asteroid full of gold mining stocks? With that, my friends, I will bid farewell. If I didn't say this already, I appreciate you watching. I appreciate the comments. There's good people in this world. 98% of the people, 98% of the comments I get have been really nice and, supportive in a lot of ways. So I enjoy getting to know the people that watch my videos. So if you can like it, and if you really want to be friends, you can subscribe. And but nonetheless, there's the air conditioner telling me it's time to stop. Have a great weekend, and we will see you soon. Bye-bye.